Hey folks, and welcome to another episode in our channel here. Now, I know you're probably asking yourself, this definitely doesn't sound like the big lovable Hawaiian Steve that normally runs this episode. You know, this guy. No, in turn, you actually got this guy, the guy normally behind the camera making Steve look good. So, unfortunately Steve wasn't actually able to make it to the event to record with me, so I went ahead and took it upon myself to go ahead and cut this video. So I hope you like the DJi Spark experience put on by Multicopter Warehouse in DJi, Colorado. Enjoy! So I was able to go and meet Carrie Garrison and the guys at Multicopter Warehouse at their recent DJi Spark experience. This was to introduce the new DJi Spark, a drone that's targeted towards the consumer market that allows people to actually enjoy a small portable platform and go out and record on their own. Think of it as the ultimate selfie stick that can fly behind you. There are a ton of new features in this platform, but instead of hearing me talk about it, why don't we hear it from the man himself? Go ahead, Carrie, and let us know what you think.
So selfie mode, one of the new features, well, this was in the Mavic, but with the Spark it has a couple different additions to it because you can do it close up, and once you wave away it'll go up there and start doing it. In the upcoming update you'll be able to tell it to start and stop video recording. But right now you can only control the stills with the gesture mode. But coming up you'll be able to do recording, which to me I think is more important. I got my granddaughter's going to be born on Monday. So in a week or so, we're going to go out and go visit. And I'm just going to want to just put it up and get some interaction shots of us, but I can't control the video from the ground yet. So I'm looking forward to that update. If you're just using a smartphone, you're going to get, they say 109 yards, which is 340 feet-ish, 360 feet. Maybe, you know, I mean, it is a Wi-Fi signal. I tested it a few times, I got like 250, so it's not that far off. And of course, that's going to be dependent on any local Wi-Fi interference that might be going on. You have virtual controls, so you can control it like that. I'm not a huge fan of how the controls work, but for something just really quick, it works great. You know, if you're not trying to do some long distance flight with it, it's great. You know, it does the job. You can do the different modes, the active track stuff, the smart features. So it does work in a pinch if you forgot your remote, which I did at 4th of July, and I just pulped up my phone and buzzed it around and got some really cool shots with it. So it is handy. With the remote controller, you're looking at about 1.2 miles, so not too shabby, not the 3-4 mile range that we get on the other machines. One thing to keep in mind at our altitude here is batteries don't last as long because the props have to work harder. So if you try and take this thing out 1.2 miles, you might not make it back. So with the Mavic, it's rated at 4 miles and it can easily get that range. But here, the max you can probably go with the Mavic is about 2.75, and then you're barely making it back. So about a 2.5 mile flight with the Mavic and you're coming back with almost no battery. So keep that in mind when we look at specs, that because of our altitude density, they have to work harder, so we do get less flight time. And as we go up into the mountains, it gets even worse. So the Spark, I actually flew at 10,000 feet last weekend. Flew great, about 10 minutes, you know, maybe about more like 8 minutes. Here, so again, the different, you saw, well, I don't know if you saw him take off, but the quick launch, put it in the palm of your hand. Once it's turned on and set up, you tap the battery twice, and that does the auto takeoff from your hand. And then, as long as you're still in gesture mode, you put your hand underneath it, it recognizes it, and it will come down and land and turn off. So the quick launch, pretty simple. It's just like, it's a double tap on the back of the battery. The gesture mode, the little, hey, take a picture of me. That, you gotta think, a lot of people have struggled with this because they can't get it to work right. So if I was wearing a white shirt and trying to do it like this, it's not gonna see it, you know? It's gotta have the contrast. So make sure that, you know, you're doing it appropriately so it can actually recognize your hands against the background. That's a nice little tip. The Go app has a complete editor in it, if you haven't played with that. Now you're editing the downlink footage, that's on your phone already, or you can say to download the originals and then do all the editing in that. And that editor has continued to get better and better and better. I don't typically use it as a production tool because it puts a logo on there.
After a quick overview of the Spark's new features, we then got to actually have some fun and play around with the new platform. So here we got some examples of the system in flight with gesture mode, inside, and actually running very well. We'll transition here in a second to some outdoor footage, and then from there I'll throw some music in and let you just kind of enjoy what's going on.
Right, you're controlling it with your hand. You can also control it with a remote or your cell phone.
So the DJi Spark is definitely an exciting new entry inside of DJi's drone platform. And I'll probably do a more detailed review once mine actually shows up. Yeah, I did buy one. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the episode. More importantly, thank you to the guys at Multicopter Warehouse in DJi, Colorado for allowing Mile High Island to come out and film the event. And if you get a chance, be sure to go check out your local drone store so you can actually get a chance to actually take a look at the new DJi Spark.